Picture look okay, Dan?
Except for the person in the picture.
I just want the emblem in there. Did you notice this new emblem?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, we
looks
can
good.
see the emblem.
That's
There's
all
a big
that
black spot over the face.
Like, this is fine. Just
Yeah, there you
like
go.
this.
Here we go.
The unknown announcer.
All right, fire in the hole.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
Hey, folks, every week on the Firing Line Radio Show, our conversation is going to revolve around firearms, hunting, gun rights, USO shooting sporting events at Prado Olympic Shooting Park, and much more. Everything that's afforded to good Americans under the Second Amendment of the Constitution. Now, our faithful and stalwart companion in the battle to uphold these rights has been Firing Line Radio Show's longtime sponsor, Vince Torres, over at Bullseye Sports Guns and Ammo in Riverside. Now, if you're not armed for protection or recreation, then Bullseye Sport in Riverside is where you need to go for handguns, rifles, shotguns. Bring your shotguns November 10th to the Prado Olympic Shooting Park. Shotguns, ammo, accessories, and much more. After you purchase that firearm, Vince and I highly recommend that you attend a certified firearm safety and training course. One that's going to teach you the basic knowledge, skills, and attitudes essential for the safe and efficient use of your firearm. For more information about their certified firearm courses, call Bullseye Sport in Riverside, 951-823-0211. Visit their website, bullseyesport.com, for a schedule of classes. Because at Bullseye Sports Guns and Ammo, they believe in safety first. 951-823-0211. Hey, is Vince going to be at your event?
I don't know yet.
I think we need to make a phone call to him.
Yeah, we do.
We should call 951-823-0211. Ask for Vince. Say, hey, buddy, come on out Saturday.
We'll lasso him up.
I think we need to make sure he's out there.
Good guy.
I'm not going to read your commercial next week, Vince. You have to read it yourself from the spot.
Yep, that's it.
There you go. Awesome. Great. Thanks for your support. And thank you for your support. I love the fact that you guys are involved in the show here. Folks, we're talking with Chad Carlson. Chad Carlson is the owner of Prado Olympic Shooting Park in Chino, Corona, Delta area. The Delta.
Yeah, it's the Bermuda Triangle.
It's that weird place nobody really knows what it is or how to claim it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. In between Corona, Chino, we've got a little bit of Orange County
County,
and
yeah.
LA County bordering us. So
Yeah. So it's down there where the 71 and the 91 meet and where Euclid comes in on the 71 is pretty much your direction. Southwest corner of our counties.
yes,
Yeah. So are you San Bernardino County?
yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Across
Used
the
to
street
be-
is Riverside.
Yeah, it used to be LA County, believe it or not.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's the Bermuda Triangle of jurisdictions.
Gerrymandering.
A little bit. Not in this state, no. So Shoot for the Troops is going to be a great event on November 10th starting at 9 a.m. And the shoot is 50 sporting clays.
Yep, 50 sporting clays. That's what our competition is going to be. But we're also going to have a couple of side events, which are going to be neat. We'll probably have a long shot type event. You pay to get into the long shot event, but we got some great prizes to go along with everything. So it'll be a lot of fun. We're also running specials at the pistol and rifle range. So if anybody wants to come out and kill some time, go over and shoot some pistols and rifles, we definitely have a special going on for anybody taking part in the event to go over.
Have to be in the event. Yeah.
Yes, we got active duty military coming out. We're going to be represented from the Army and the Marine Corps are all coming out. We're going to have color guard. It's really going to be a neat, and they're bringing vehicles too. So if you want to check out military vehicles, it's going to be cool.
Are you going to have an Army versus Marines tug of war for beer?
Well, that's
I think
something
that'd be
that
good.
we could definitely probably instigate. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, and I wanted to let your listeners know if they can't make it to the event, hey, you can still make a difference. We have the link for the donation links are on our website.
And your website is?
Shootprado.com.
Shootprado.com. Prado.
And the links are right there. So, hey, if you can't make it, I understand everybody's busy. Today's day, everybody's going a million miles an hour. But, hey, take 5 minutes out and make a donation. It goes straight to them, and it's a great way to show your support.
Does the devil shoot Prado? The devil? No, the devil wears Prada. I think I get him confused.
Yeah, fashion. I wear Wrangler, man.
Under Armour, Wrangler.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. Ooh,
There we go. New logo.
Yeah.
New logo.
Stepping
Looks
it up.
awesome. Looks awesome. I was gonna. You emailed me like, "What you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like it," but I'm in group emails. I don't respond much.
That's true.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, what did that thing ever heal up?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you still beating your wife?
Hey, look at this picture.
Terrible stuff.
Yeah.
No, we have that, and actually we've got hats coming out. I actually have the hats now and T-shirts and stuff. So trying to get a little more organized.
Yeah,
doing
awesome.
The podcast thing and start
Yep.
marketing some of this stuff. And I think the hats came out really good.
Cool.
So one of the things, Chad, folks, in case you don't know this, is an excellent hunter. He's a hell of a shot, Marine Corps sniper, but just a great, I'd like to say instinctive rifle shooter, but I think the instinctive part comes after about 50,000 rounds, right?
Yeah. It helps. It can definitely help. I've shot rifles my whole life, so I mean, probably 4 or 5 years old. So it's something I really enjoy and always will.
Yeah, but again, the instinctive part comes with like 20 years of practice. Now you're a good instinctive shooter.
Yeah, good instinctive shoot. I wasn't to begin with, I can tell you that.
There's a reason we start with a shotgun.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's a great shooter, and he loves to big game hunt. One of the things he's been working on is his Grand Slam of sheep.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. For those of you who don't know, there are 4 North American sheep, and ranging from northern Mexico to Alaska. And they're pretty much run right up the Rocky Mountain chain. And in the southern parts, Southern California and in Mexico, you have the desert bighorn sheep. You can even have some regular bighorns down there, but mostly desert bighorn sheep. Then the Rocky Mountain sheep throughout the U.S. Then as you go a little farther north through B.C. and those mountains, you have a fanon sheep called the stone sheep, which is a really beautiful, almost like an Appaloosa sometimes. Mm-hmm. An Appaloosa sheep with the long, wide flaring horns. And then farther north, you get the pure white Dall sheep.
Yeah.
And your first one was the stone, wasn't it?
No, the first sheep I took was Rocky Mountain Bighorn.
Oh, was it Rocky?
Yep.
Well, that was that monster.
Hardest one first.
That was the one, the 90-degree shot?
Yes. Yeah, that was a high-angle shot. And the Dall sheep was too, but in July I was up in Northwest Territories with Nahanni Butte Outfitters and had a trip of a lifetime. It was awesome.
And this was the stone?
No, that was the Dall sheep.
The Dall.
Dall sheep. My second one was a stone sheep. And I just, in July, took a Dall sheep, harvested a Dall sheep. So I'm a 3/4 slammer, got the desert left, desert bighorn.
And so the issue that you have with some of these things, if you wanted to get all of your sheep, is access.
Yes.
In the United States, unless you are going to put, and it's a good cause, if you're going to put $250,000 into conservation, that's great. But let's just say there's a very small group of people willing and able to do that.
Yeah, I've been blessed enough that I have some really good friends up in the North Country that, a lot of guys that can afford to do the sheep hunting. I'm not quite in that position, but if there's a will, there's a way for the working guy, and you got to be ready to look at cancellation hunts, things like that. Anything you can do to save money, and that's what I've had to do, but. I've backpacked all of it too, so that's another option.
Yeah, you were working really hard to get in shape for that.
Yeah, when a lot of your hunts and it's the outfitters, they have a lot to support the hunters. You're talking horses, plane rides, things like that to get you into where these
somebody had to get the horses in there.
Yeah, where these unbelievable animals are. Well, then you get somebody that wants to just backpack and live out of a backpack for a week or two. The overhead isn't as much, but it's a lot more payment and sweat. So I've been blessed enough to know the right guys to kind of get around some of the extreme costs. Not, it's still hard-earned money, but where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I've been putting in for bighorn sheep in California since I was 18, or shortly after I turned 18, they started allowing hunts for them.
Sure.
Every year.
Yep.
I'm really old now.
Oh, and that's that's some of the problems we face, with just hunting in general now. I worry about the younger kids because here we are having to apply for, let's say, an elk tag for 10 years, and it's like, you want to be able to take these kids out, but there's not much being done to.
Not in this state.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say it's a money grab, but it's just tough. You got to draw. It's conservation. They're majestic animals, and they can't. You're not going to be able to issue a tag to everyone.
Right.
And that's why a lot of the hunting I've done in the last few years has been up in Canada, because I can, you basically purchase it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have the opportunities. Folks, Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio Show with Chad Carlson. Chad, and when are you going to get the last part of your bighorn slam?
Oh, well, it's waiting in the
waiting in the wings.
Yeah, it's waiting in the wings.
Is it tempting you? It shows up every now and then. You have visions of a big old desert bighorn sheep.
Yeah, it's of all the sheep. I'm in awe of all of them, but the desert bighorn has always. To see the environment that they live in and thrive in, it's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
And if anybody that's been to the desert out by Palm Springs or down into Mexico, you're talking, this is some rough country. And to see an animal that majestic live in that, it's just mind-blowing.
It's awesome. Folks, Philip Naiman, Firing Line Radio Show, firinglineradio.com. We'll be right back after this.